Hello and welcome to a Choose Your Story. Today's story is going to be Mazkil. Link in the description if you want to play along.
Okay, so are you ready now? Alright, I need to see it. We're bad at planning. Okay, so the first page, childhood. A fist thuds into your face, knocking you to the ground. Gruzub stands over you, laughing. Mazkil, you are as weak as a shepherd, he laughs as you leap to your feet. Health is 100. Do you want to punch him or kick him? Kick him. Kick him in the shins. You kick Gruzub. Wait, what did we say his name was? Gruzub?
Just pick one.
Gruzub, knocking his leg away. He falls to the ground and you quickly kick him twice in the stomach before he manages to roll away and take up another fighting stance. As you prepare to charge him, you hear a deep voice. Children, your mother struggles to soothe the little one while your brother hunts sheep. This is no time for playing. There is work to be done. Inside, your father bellows. Only one choice, go inside.
Health is 100.
Health is 100, yep. You quickly hurry inside, followed by your twin brother. You live in a small village of small huts. Luckily enough, your father is Chieftain Magrush, which entitles you to sleep in the chieftain's hut, the largest hut. As you enter, you see your father sitting in a rough woolen tunic. I got that one right. Sharpening his great sword. In front of him is his heavy steel plate armor, as well as several trophies from his battles. Mazkil, Gruzub, you fight too much. Mama is trying to put Dagden to sleep. Yes, Papa, you both reply. What? What do you want to correct me on?
No, the name. It's cute.
Who won the fight, he asks. I did, you both say, before glaring at each other. You don't know? Perhaps you're not fighting enough. Gruzub, go down to the river and fetch water for the stew. Mazkil, sharpen my sword. I need to light the hearth. You go over to the sword and begin to sharpen it against the whetstone while looking over your father's trophies. An elven dagger, a shrunken head, a battered golden shield, a shattered battle axe, a studded mace, a series of tribal necklaces, and a dragon skull. Papa? Yes? Can you tell me about your trophies? You ask. I've told you many times about my trophies. Scroll. Tell me again. Papa chuckles. A harsh sound I've come to love. Which would you like to know about?
I don't know.
Do you want to
Elves,
just stop?
Necromancer's Army, Dragons.
The dragon skull. Ah, the skull. Dragons are fearsome creatures. They come in many colors, all with powerful skills. They speak dragon tongue, and may speak our language. I don't know why I had trouble reading that. Some are intelligent, while some are incredibly feral and wild from years of isolation. Their flames tend to be tinted the same color as their scales, with an affinity for hoarding treasure and waging war and destruction. They are solitary creatures, dragons. If you ever slay one, Gorgok will look upon you with joy. You quickly... Oh.
Do it again?
Okay, we're back here. So, what do you want to ask about any other ones?
Elves.
Elven dagger. Ah, the dagger. One of my favorite. Elves are a race of beautiful and perfect creatures who don't know a battle axe from a wood axe. Death to them all. They're stupid in things like how they start a fire and how to hunt, yet seem to love philosophy and reading. Death should take them. Still, they're fast with a blade and good with a bow, which I found out on a hunting party that came into my territory. That knife nearly went into my throat before I impaled the little doo-doo wielding it.
You think if I keep asking you, that's going to get me? I don't want to be hurt.
You were just fighting with your brother and you didn't lose any health. Do you want to stop asking? I am finished, Papa. Papa picks up the blade and licks the edge. Yes, sharp enough to shed dragon blood. Well done, Miss Mazkil. Now go fetch gathered fruit. Was that you or something else? Okay. Oh.
4 years later. And how old is this kid?
I don't know. He still calls his dad Papa, so maybe young. I don't know. 4 years later.
He's an orc.
That's all you need to know.
The description was: take control of a young aggressive orc named Mazkil of the tribe, the Red Blades. In his attempt to make his way in the world, become an honored chieftain of your tribe or become a feared soldier for the kingdom of man. I think we're 14.
He's 14?
I think so.
Okay. So, you've been on this planet 14 years, and you haven't learned a thing, boys, unless you've seen me and Dendar take out a boar. You walk with Grezub, your older brother, Bagig, and his friend Dendar, out in the woods. You have a small iron knife at your belt and a bow clutched in your hands. So far in your short life, you've only subsided.
Who makes up these names?
What?
These names are so weird.
I don't know. Ask the person.
I could.
Ask Steve24833. Thanks for making this game, by the way. I lost my base. Huh.
Oh. I think
So far in your short life, you only subsided on deer, goat, and chicken. But after today, you'll be able to feast on the boar you helped kill. On your first hunt, it's tradition to eat a deer's dropping to gain its scent, Dendar remarks. Everybody knows that. Dendar and Bagig pause, dropping to one knee and pointing to some small droppings. Go on, Grezub and Mazkil. Dig in.
Oh my goodness.
Are you going to eat it or
I'm going to eat it because I don't want my dad to hit me.
Gosh. You drop to your knees, close your eyes, and quickly swallow a small piece of dropping. Bagig pats you on the head and nods to Grezub. Grezub does the same, and with that, Dendar burst out laughing. You two are idiots! Mazkil and Grezub, young blood, eating deer droppings. They chuckle as your face reddens. You open your mouth to yell at him, then freeze. You spot a beautiful deer just at the edge of a creek out of sight. You grab your brother and point to it. Ah, well spotted, Mazkil.
Crap eater.
Let's catch it, Dendar. We can't get distracted. We came here to hunt boar. They will catch the deer and the boar, Bagig cries, charging off after the deer. The deer bursts off running, with Bagig and Dendar quickly following. Stay there, Bagig yells as he leaves. Are you gonna stay there, or are you gonna follow?
If I follow them, I won't get hurt. If I stay there, I also might get hurt.
Speak slowly. Speak softer. You immediately burst into a sprint, half out of spite, following your brother. Eventually, you run out of breath and stop. Grezub runs up behind you. He said to stay still. You're an idiot, Mazkil. Go crawl into Mama's bosoms. Hey,
Bosom.
you! Grezub says before pausing.
Bosom.
Bosom. You open your mouth to speak, but you're hit in the back and sent flying through the air. You hit the ground, your head knocking against a tree root and drawing blood. You shakily stand, drawing your knife as you're faced with a large boar preparing to charge again. Watch out, Grezub yells, running to help, but it's clear he's far too slow. The boar charges at you, its tusks looking deadly sharp as they near you. Health is 80. Do you want to roll to the side, charge the boar, or leap
I'm not
over
going to
the
make
boar?
over the board, so
Roll to the side. You roll to the side, narrowly gorging from the beast's tusks. As it runs past, you leap with your knife, cutting through the thick fur and drawing a fair amount of blood. It squeals before running forward and turning around once more for another charge. Dodging again. As the boar charges, you try to roll to one side, but it's prepared this time. You yell as its tusks slash into your side, causing a massive wound. Health is 80.
Mazkil and Mazkil sucks at dodging.
Grezub charges over and stabs the boar in the side with his dagger, giving you ample time to leap up. You charge at the boar, stabbing it repeatedly in the neck. It squeals, but is easily killed before it can resist. It falls dead at your feet. Health is 30. Rejoice! The enemy is vanquished.
I win. I'm dying, but I win.
You rest your foot at the boar's tusk, laughing. Ha! I've slain the boar! Hey! Grezub yells. I helped! Dendar and Baggage burst through the trees, a deer straddled between them. We caught the deer, I bet. They pause, noticing the boar. Cursed Reaper! Is that a boar? You nod proudly. Death's head, Mazkil. You've impressed me. No longer will you be called Mazkil Youngblood. Now you'll be called Mazkil Boarsbane. Baggage laughs. You smile proudly, knowing you will feast on boar meat tonight.
Grezub is what we're calling him? We're calling him Grezub, right?
Grezub.
Yeah, he got no credit.
Who cares about him? He's not the main character.
He didn't get credit, that's bad. He's gonna hate me.
Mazkil
Say
Boarsbane.
1 year
What?
later.
What? What?
1 year later.
1 year later. Mazkil Boarsbane. Grezub, fast foot, let's go, Papa yells. You quickly follow your father out of your small home and onto the small dirt road that interconnects the village. Boys, you've done well. I was so proud when I saw you. Best hardcore claw fist in a fight. I got you a present. You smile fondly. Hardcore had assaulted your brother Bagig and Dendar. They had only recently been killed by a death knight from the remainings of the necromancer's army, and you made sure that Hardcore suffered for his insult. By the time you and Grezub were finished, his face was half caved in.
Boys are violent.
Yeah, that's what the story said. Your father hands you each small amount of gold coins. Dendar Araway is heading down to Riverton today. He has taken the cart to pick up some goods to help us get through the winter. Take the cart. Go enjoy yourself. You thank him and eagerly count your coins. 25 gold coins, all shining proudly at you. Go now, boys. Enjoy yourselves. Health is 100. Head down to Riverton. After a long ride to Riverton with Dendar, who mostly insults you, and Grezub, you eventually arrive at a small town. Your eyes immediately find multiple ways to spend your precious coins. There's a brothel in the poorer section of town, a large shop full of delicious foods. Are you asking Google what a brothel is?
Mm-hmm.
You wish to sample a small gathering ring and a tavern, so you go into the brothel?
I'm going to the shop.
You go into the shop and buy a lamb steak.
I got
shiny purple fruit, a boiled sheep brain, and a
Ew!
pouch of milk. You'd eat it. Yes, you would.
Not a brain.
I've seen you eat dog treats. You quickly eat these delicious fruits,
I'm not gonna eat a brain.
particularly enjoying the sheep's brain and milk. As you finish, you smile to yourself, your stomach full. Time to find something else to do. Alright, so where do you want to... Now you're visiting the gambling ring. You go inside the gambling ring, where a large half-orc stands leaning against the doorway. Good evening, kind patron, he says in a dull, bored voice. Would you like to see a fight? 5 coins, make a bet. What's the fight, you ask eagerly. A dragon youngling can barely spit fire versus a trio of wolves we managed to catch. It's a good fight.
Wolves.
Bet on the wolves, yes. You place a 5-coin bet on the wolves and enter the gambling ring. You find a spot looking in on the ring, watching a small red dragon snarling at the crowd. 3 trapdoors open, with 3 wolves entering. The wolves begin howling as the dragon snarls. The dragon lets out a short burst of fire, alighting one of the wolves, who begins leaping and
I thought he said he
rolling
couldn't
around
spit
in
fire.
pain. The other 2 wolves jump the dragon lunging forward and biting into the second wolf's neck and tearing into the flesh and fur before dropping the bleeding wolf. The third wolf lands on the dragon and begins biting and tearing at the dragon's wing. The dragon screeches, leaping around and flinging the wolf off the ring. The dragon snarls and leaps forward, tearing the wolf's head off and flinging it out of the ring. It lands next to you, but a small child grabs it first and holds it in the air with a laugh. You leave, 5 coins poorer. Let's find something else to do.
Children, there's something wrong with them. I mean, they are orcs, right?
Alright, so are we gonna leave Riverton or visit the brothel or the tavern? Visit the tavern. You walk into the tavern and drop 5 gold coins onto the counter. Barkeep, get me a mug of your finest ale. No, get me however many mugs of the cheapest ale this can get. You slid over several mugs of ale, which you begin drinking with glee. As you do, an old man sits down next to you wearing the Kingdom of Man's military uniform. Good day, sir. Ah, an orc. A fierce beast at that one. I'm not a beast. I'm a warrior, you grunt, annoyed. Ah, of course, my good friend. I was just making conversation. You look over to him, noting a black, jagged blade at his side that you recognize as demonic obsidian. That's a nice blade. Where's it from? Ah, now that's the story. I'll tell it to you for a bottle of elvish wine. Only 5 coins. A man needs to drink. He winks at you.
I like stories, but how many coins do I have?
You're about to find out. Pay for the man's wine. You pay for the man's drink, and he gleefully accepts. Thank you. Hell, you're kind of far better than most around here. I was a soldier in the King's Royal Army. I was sent to fight the Necromancer's army at only a young age. Not the current Necromancer, mind you, the boy's father. The first Necromancer. I was sent to a small graveyard where a local friendly giant had been buried. One of the Necromancer's disciples had taken a group of zombies and ghouls down there to raise the giant as a soldier in their army. So I was sent to kill them with my regiment. The dead were everywhere, so I sunk my sword into a zombie and lost it. There I was, unarmed and surrounded by the dead. When I saw this figure in a black coat, I tackled him, grabbed his sword, this very weapon, and stabbed him to death. With that, the zombies lost their leader, and we regrouped and repelled the dead. I wielded this very sword when we stormed Reaper's Castle and killed that blasted Necromancer. Anyhow, that's my story. I'm glad someone heard it, and glad my lips aren't as parched. You nod and quickly finish your drink. We leave now? Leaving Riverton. Once you've spent your gold coins, you make your way back to Dendar's Cast. Unfortunately, you find yourself in the poorer part of town, clearly having taken a wrong turn. As you make your way through a side street, a voice cries out, "Hello! A little lost, aren't we?" a voice cries. You turn and are faced with a trio of men holding knives. "Go away," you grunt angrily. "How about you?" he says. "What an angry orc." A voice from behind you says. You turn and see 2 more men wielding knives. "Listen, sir, give us your coins and we'll see you find your way where you're going." Charge them, tell them you have no gold, yell at them, or hand over your few coins.
So how many men are there?
Trio, and then 2 more.
I'm not charging them.
Just yell at them.
I mean, that's your decision.
"Buzz off, humans! Go suckle on your mother!" You roar. "Oi, sir! Quiet down, we wouldn't want the guards to." You too, you 2 pit-thieving dudes! Listen, Lauren. Shut him up. You hear a whistling noise, and you turn to investigate. 2 throwing knives plunge into your chest. You gasp, and struggle to stay standing before a 3rd enters your chest. Death. You have no other choice but death.
I hate your choice.
Endgame and leave comments. You let out a pitiful scream as your life is taken from you.
And now I'm back to 100 health. What the heck? I shouldn't say 0.
Okay, read it.
It's worth every cent.
It's fun.
Okay.
Under 9.
Do you want to do another one?
We have time. We can try to play it again and do something different.
No, I don't want to play them again. I don't want to read all that again.
I'll pick a different one.
Sure.
We can pick one that's short. The mystery one? Oh no, you wanted to do a horror one, right?
Yeah.
I have to add this in the description. Alright, which one? Or we'll do it by length still. No, that's too much. That's really short. Stay around. Let's don't blink.
Don't blink. Let's do it.
Oh, there's bad English.
It's okay.
I mean, if you don't care if there's bad English.
Darkness all around you. Only thing that you can see is darkness. You find yourself in a room. There is no source of light. You are sitting on a chair, and then you hear a voice. Wait! Somebody is here. 00001.
001.
I don't want to say
There's zero, but that's the thing. It's a code name.
001. Okay. 001, are you still alive? You try to answer, but when you speak, you feel pain in your throat. You're sweating. There's water all over your body. With much of an effort, you manage to let out a quiet groan. Johnny, did you hear that? You hear a slight answer. Listen, we must go, but you can get out of here alive. There should be a lift in Sector B, but you must find the key. I will open this room for you, but then you're on your own. One part of the wall slides up. The light outside touches your face. But you must know something. For God's sake, don't close your eyes. For any second, don't even think about blinking. Search for eye drops, do everything to not blink. They will try to scare you, manipulate you, but you can't close your eyes. The key should. You heard some noise. Johnny? Oh, God, no! Screams fill the room. I is 25.
Blink! Die.
You find yourself in a long, clean corridor. The floor is made of some sort of metal. It's very cold in here. You see a door to Sector B, but it's closed. There are 5 other doors that you can visit. Every one of them looks different. 1. Large black metallic doors. 2. Simple plain wooden doors with an unpleasant smell coming from behind them. 3. Glass doors. You can see they lead to a small office. 4. Blue doors with sign laboratory on them. 5. Simple red doors.
I'm assuming I-24. I mean, I have 24 more turns. Until I have to blink. Let's go with the one I said I wasn't going to go into.
Simple plain wooden doors with a strange smell behind them. You enter a small room. It's all covered with pipes. There are a lot of strange gas that burn your eyes. Eyes 14.
1, 3, 4, 5.
Office. 3. Glass doors. You can see they lead to a small office. This door is closed right now. Gotta go back.
Can't go back.
You wanna do red doors? Alright, now let's try red doors. You find yourself in a little room with a bench and a bench bed and a table. There's also a little box. Checkbox. You find eye drops.
Yay! Eye drops.
They're here. Check bench bed, maybe? Under the quilt, you find a deformed corpse. You jump back in fear of looking. I can't read it! At it in fear and disgust. It doesn't even look like a human. It has sharp claws, teeth, and no eyes. But the most terrifying thing, that it was moving. The creature got off the bed and started to shake its head. Where are you? It spoke in a disformed voice. Stay in place. or run for your life?
I is 10. Get right down. I'm saying it.
Which I is 10. Which way do you want to go?
Well, I'm probably gonna die if I do this, but
Stay in place. You stand in place, not moving at all. The creature approaches you. You look in its empty eye socket.
I can't close my eyes.
They
The same
look-
thing as blinking.
You manage to keep your sight away from the creature.
Oh, yeah.
It breathe with relief. Because it can't see you, but it might have been able to hear you.
didn't die yet. I'm so happy.
Okay, what number are you going to go now?
Number 1.
You enter a pitch black room. It's so dark that you can't see anything. You touch a light switch, turn it on.
No.
Should I? Whatever you want to do.
If I turn them on, something might see me and I might die. Plus the light will bother my eyes, probably.
Yeah.
It's not turning on. Okay. What's the last one I didn't do?
Laboratory. You enter a huge room. There is a table in the center with some scientific equipment. There is also a small computer in the corner. I is 10.
I is 8.
I is 8.
Let's check the table.
You find an old gas mask on the table.
I can go in that
Check
room
it
now.
with you.
Okay, check the computer.
The computer is turned on, glowing in its blue light. You start searching it. After some research, you found a experiment log. 001, file is empty. 002, 10/6/2015. We're very close. Finally, we're close to achieving immortality. We finally found something that will give us a chance to live forever. Nothing can go wrong. Something went wrong, you think to yourself. The rest of the file is broken. I-12.
So am I 001?
Yep.
Or is it the other person?
We're 001.
My eye went back up.
Yeah. Probably because of the gas mask or something. I don't know.
There's someone else.
Alright, do you want to try that gas mask thing?
Fine.
Okay, go into the gas room.
I'd also like to use my drops.
You enter a small room covered in pipes. There's a lot of strange gas that burns your eyes.
I'm using my gas mask.
Try using that again. You put the gas mask on your face. You feel better. You see a shiny thing on the floor. You pick it up. It's a key to an office. Now leave. Leave. Now try going to the glass doors that lead to a small office. Use the key to the office. You finally find your way into an office. It's a small room with some drawers, computer, and a desk. Check the drawers for eye drops. You find eye drops. Examine desk. You look all through the garbage on the desk, trying to find something useful. When you finally see it, a key to the Sector B. Now you can escape this horrible place. That's when you see them, right in front of you, one of the creatures. Don't move. The creature already heard you. You try to run, but it's too late. I can't read it! You try to run, but it's too late. You can't do anything. You're paralyzed, like some force is stopping you. You can't move. It's coming closer to you. You're going to die, and you know it. It's moving. Its hands to your eyes. Next thing you remember is darkness. Eyes full. Death from perfect.
Died again.
Yeah.
How's it go? I like this one. Oh, they're out of 8, not out of 10. Let me close this window.
Alright. So we tried 2, and we died both times. Not surprising.
I have bad luck.
Well, all that matters is that we had fun.
I did have fun.
Both of the links to each of the stories will be in the description, along with the description of the story. There's 2 giveaways that are going on right now, one on the Hello Juniper page with the link in the description, and one on the gleam.io. That link is also in the description. There's also a description for a charity that's going on with the Streamlabs. If you use the link in the description to download, the company's going to donate to, I think this time it's Everlife, and that link will also be in the description. Thanks for watching.
Bye.